Very warm good evening back into my show, hosting this with Felix, who's got a wealth of information, but always willing to learn, willing to share this information, what he knows, and his passion of proteins, his passion of how to maintain good collagen, youthfulness, and beauty, but also trying to generate this into his own son, who's bouncing with energy, probably has never been absent from school, does not get flus and colds. Surely he must be doing something right. My daughter had one absentee in her whole school career, which was actually due to a broken elbow, which I refused to get it plastered, and I used my Cosmolite treatment. Felix, hi.
Hi, good to be with you.
Yeah. So back onto collagen, our favorite subject, you know, stopping skin from sagging, very important. But obviously what we're looking at as well is what is the foods that we need to have? How do we stop the aging process of the body and the thinning of collagen?
It's a great topic. What foods would you choose specifically to support collagen? So, foods for beauty.
Okay, that's a nice one. Everybody looks for beauty from the outside, but it starts from inside.
Absolutely.
And also starts that if your stomach pH levels are not right, you're not even going to digest a lemon juice or lime.
True. So true.
You'll probably say, oh, it's given me acid. Of course it hasn't. Your stomach enzymes are not of the right level, and you don't have good amount of hydrochloric acid to convert. And by the way, lemon and lime are alkaline. They are not acidic. It is such a Punjabi traditional thought of older and young mothers ringing me up to say, oh, I can't have lemon, it's acid.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, let's check on that and how it stops the wrinkling process.
A lot of citrus fruits are maybe acid if you test them, but the trick is as they go into your system, they alkalize your system.
Exactly. God has made this thing so magical. But if you have now had too much tea, you have had too many fried foods, you've had too much stodgy carbs, and you're not opening your bowels regular, your stomach pH levels have become acidic, and your loss of hydrochloric acid or excess formation of bile too can cause you to have these massive burps and flatulence, and rush of acids. But the problem with the wrinkling and joint pain obviously is loss of collagen. So going on good fats, which is our favorite subject, really obviously will be the fish omega for those who are non-vegetarian. If you are, I do get very religious people who will not have it as in a food form, but will take it in a capsule form. Yeah. In a capsule form, a fish capsule. But again, quality, there's a lot of rubbish out in the market where you don't even buy one and get the other one for a penny. I'm sorry, it goes straight out through the toilet. This is why people don't benefit from products and have a bad information, because they've not ingested a product. With practitioners and therapists sitting out there, we've gone through years of practice of understanding the human body and reading books of up to 2.5 inches thick, sitting in exams, writing notes when we did not even have internet readily available. Had to sit in the library for 10 hours on the trot. So fish, yes. Red vegetables, I'm sure you'll favor me on that.
Oh yes. Yeah? Well, the rainbow, the rainbow of colors, and particularly for me, I like to have an emphasis on the purple.
Yeah, and lycopene, very important for collagen.
Tomatoes, absolutely.
Tomatoes.
And for eyesight.
Yeah. Yes, lycopene for protecting as a powerful antioxidant, but also go for the plum tomatoes. We can't digest the skin of the tomato. So if you are making a puree in a curry, make a few crosses, blanch your tomatoes, and the skin just drops, and then blend them. So go for organic range of tomatoes, plum tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, beef tomatoes. The other tomatoes are too acidic. Sorry. Look into my cook shows and you'll get a lot of information.
So true. I mean, look, sadly, a lot of these fruits are going, and veggies are now going towards hydroponics, which means they're never hit soil. If minerals are not in the soil and the veg themselves are not going in the soil, there's very little nutritional value in
Felix, we have done so much to nature and destroyed nature. Polar bears cannot tolerate that few degrees. They are sliding down, their coats are getting too warm, they are aggravated, their behaviors are changing, the aquatic fish behavior is changing. we have destroyed the earth, soil, but we've also done so much disruption by throwing plastics in the water.
Absolutely.
You know, things that do not break up at all for generations to come will never break up. So here we are not saying get your own cup and your coffee is cheaper. And we say get your own plastic bag and save on 5 pence. It's taken us so long to destroy the globe. And now we're saying, oh, hello, let's protect it, you know?
We've got work to do for sure.
Yeah.
But in terms of all the fruit and veg, avoid any hydroponically grown. So really what you're looking for in the case of tomatoes, which is great for lycopene, make sure it's actually slightly better, I heard, to cook the tomato. You increase the lycopene availability.
Or put it in the oven.
Yeah, but vine ripened organic
yes.
veg.
Always when it's ripened on the plant, there's more nutrition from the mother soil. If it is now brought into the store and bananas are sprayed, so many things are sprayed, we'll be touching on that. You will be absolutely shocked what is going on in food industry. Having a glass of tomato juice every other day with a bit of Worcester sauce, great.
Okay, you're brave.
Why? A bit of Worcester sauce gives it a bit of the zinc
Kick.
and the fire.
Yeah.
So foods rich in lycopene and antioxidants, obviously, which are the natural sun blockers for helping to break up, and it helps to boost collagen as well. Strawberries, so go for organic and wash them thoroughly in warm water. Watermelon, I'm so sorry, I have now lost heart of having red watermelon. Especially in India, they are taking tiny injections, putting red colored and saccharine sugar causing cancers, injecting them in melon to create a red bouncing color and sweetness. And then what happens, the melon quickly seeps some water and seals that area of injection, which is a microscopic needle going through. So watermelons in India, seriously dangerous. I don't know wherever as they're coming from, they're making things seedless, you know. In 10 years, banana will be the most expensive fruit because they made it seedless. And there's a huge amount of disease spread in bananas. I saw it in Uganda. I saw it in my wildlife 15 resorts I went to last year, and everywhere I saw banana plants are just dying, and in Uganda as well.
Wow.
Massive diseases on bananas, so those are being affected. So look out for good organic. I haven't heard the word organic red melon, but it's got to be a melon from a good source. Fruits from South Africa and Kenya are always good. Not that because I'm born in Kenya, but South Africa's soil is so rich in copper, and it's a red soil. If you're ever in Joburg and it rains, you want to literally pick up the soil and eat it. The smell, one from the heat and the red soil, is just amazing. Magical. Jadi lal mitti da mushkega.
Well, this is, I mean, in the Western world, one of the issues that we have is that since the end of World War II, the average mineral content of farmed soil has halved.
More than that.
Well, they say a lot more, but
and selenium is zero.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, if it's not in the soil, the plants can't take it in. If the plants can't take it in, either we eat the plants or we eat the animals that eat the plant. It's not in the food stuff.
Definitely not.
This is where you get, kind of the estimation now that you need to eat so much more to get what you used to get.
Yes.
So, for me, I do eat a plant-based diet, and I do eat a mountain of veg every day, but I would actually always supplement with a broad-ranging green supplement as well. So
let's go on to pink grapefruit. Excellent. It's bitter, but it's definitely got anti-cancer properties. It's definitely one acquired taste bud. If you're used to a cup of tea early in the morning, you're just not justifying yourself. That is the straight acid down your stomach, and that will be acid and acid and acid all day. You cannot justify by having the first meal of your day is an acid, and then think the rest of the day you won't be burping and bulging. So very important. Obviously, red peppers, go for the pointed peppers. Pomegranate, great for the heart, great as in water content. And then pointed peppers. Dark green leafy vegetables, our both favorite subject. Organic kale, go for the rainbow Swiss chard, one of the most amazing leaves. Hard to find in the stores, need to look up on the upper shelves. At least twice a week have the Swiss chard lightly stir-fried. Amazing. So really, with 1 cup of organic kale, you get 50.4 milligrams of serving of the good proteins, and 134 grams of whopping big amount if it's organic. When 1 cup of spinach organic is 8.4 milligrams vitamin A, and in collards it's 722 mcg. So that is the vibrancy in this food that you'll get. Garlic.
Garlic, just before we go there, because that's I experienced black garlic on your cook show, but before we go there, the really importance is that look, all of us deal with budgets and we try and get the maximum we can within, you know, a budget that's affordable. But if you're going to make a choice, any green leafy vegetable, really you want to go for organic on, because
the sprays are deadly.
Exactly.
The wax, they're vexed as well.
The bigger the leaves, the more contaminants and the more pesticides. So
baby spinach.
Yeah. So organic for, you know, the green leafy vegetables is really important.
So garlic has very good amount of taurine and lipolic acid. Lipolic acid stops aging. Lipolic acid will help rebuild collagen. So if you are trying to kill garlic, the way Punjabis cook garlic till it's brown, and they say, oh well, it's saje kacha reh gaya, you're not helping yourself. And it's got good amount of sulfur, which is very important, and it is the most natural source, garlic is, for the production of collagen. So what more do you want? But why are Punjabis aging so much? Because we kill everything. Whilst turmeric is so good for the skin,
absolutely,
but turmeric in Punjabi food will be cooked with the onions, and the whole dispersal of curcumin is lost and burnt. But you know, having turmeric in the morning, as I do, 4 capsules, that's about 20,000 mg of very good quality is so important. Or having a glass of turmeric with your greens is great. With even the raw turmeric, you get yellow turmeric.
Yes, yeah.
Blend that in your juice. Jenu kande kachi haldi. Have that, amazing, because that is really going to help your skin and keep the toxins low, and antioxidants for the joints as well. Haldi has been a national colorant used, but people have forgotten about its value of its healing properties.
Well, turmeric is a well-known anti-inflammatory as well.
Exactly,
so
for the joints,
it's
yeah.
Perfect.
And anti-aging. Black garlic, my favorite too. You've tasted it and you enjoyed it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it doesn't have the,
the aftertaste.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have the,
yeah, exactly. Well done. Good way of putting it.
Yeah. Amazing. So black garlic is wonderful. I also have it in paste. So the number running at the bottom for further advice, call the number. Short brief of support can be given on this number running at the bottom of the scroll. And then obviously avocado, your and my favorite for vitamin E, omega-3 fatty acid, important. It increases your collagen build up. So, you know, proteins also in yellow peas.
Yellow peas.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Also in chickpeas, again, sprout the chickpeas. Black peas, kale chane can they sprout karo. Chickpeas, sprout them. And then soya, but non-GMO soya, a good tofu. That is so important. And then the whole family of beans, as long as, you know, they are not combined with another bad carb, stodgy carbs, beans are very important. Black beans have got good properties. Adding garlic. If you're making soya, you can add garlic, you can add hing to a damp. Hing is a powder that comes mostly from Gujarat that adds fire to damp vegetables. And then obviously going for cashew nuts and peanuts, unsalted, not fried, and should be cooked. Flax seeds, golden flax seed, amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Add it to your juice, add it in your flour. If you're making hemp seed flour, or you're making buckwheat, sprouted buckwheat chapati, add the flax in there. It's bouncing both ways. You've got the protein, you've got the oils, you know. A little bit of ghee and butter by a Punjabi DNA is harmless. But let's touch on the LED light again before we are running out of time, because to support with the LED light, the tri-light, we are supporting the collagen. We are supporting helping with beauty from the outside. The elegance will come with the radiance of the red light, the blue light, something you have learned over these few shows.
Yes.
And then the near infrared light. which is the highest resonance, stops aging, helps wrinkling. Do not have to be ashamed that you are male and you should not have this treatment. Certainly, why should we not care from the inside with food and nutrition that we always are telling you at this hour of the day, and then from the outside, rather than going for invasive treatments which involve toxins going into your skin to stop aging process. Age is a number. You can think as young as you want to. Felix knows people who are 85 who are still active. He knows somebody who's 90 who's going to the karate class. What is he doing right, and what are our 60-year-old women and young men of 70 thinking, oh, we're retired now? You know, walk, use your body. Every time you're walking, obviously collagen is breaking up, cells are dying, but we need to introduce
it's stimulating
protein.
It, yeah.
Yeah, we need to eat protein 3 times a day.
Yeah, it depends on the person, you know, it depends on their body weight.
Exactly.
But, you know, at least twice a day. And for
sometimes 3 times a day in your lifestyle could be impossible.
And
so twice a day, you're justifying. Once a day, you may be starving
and
it a bit.
For an athlete, they may need 4 or more.
Yes.
You know, 4 is usually enough for anyone. But
and
two
go for the
times
good
a day is
carbs
right.
in vegetables and fruits.
So a quick recap is sort of plant-based protein, which is lectin-free, high good fats, so a tablespoon of raw virgin coconut oil, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and a half avocado every day is good for everyone.
Exactly. You know? Radiant skin, and stop the elasticity of the skin drying up. If you shrivel up and you go into a desert and you see the sand, or you go to a drought place where the soil is cracked because it's had no water. The same thing with your skin. If you're not going to take those 3 liters of good clean water a day, your skin is going to get cracked, it's going to get chapped, it's going to be chipping, and you're going to be looking and spending so much money on creams and lotions and glosses and potions that are just on the external, but this radiance needs to start from inside.
I tell you what, if we take the spend and redeploy it in our food, and you know, look, there's no one walking the planet, I don't think, that could not benefit from you know, good fats and you know, good quality lectin-free pea protein.
You know, Stone Age time, people did not have these diseases. It is through the Iron Age that, through industrial pollution, mankind have now harbored so much disease through microwave cooking, through high heat cooking. There used to be clay pots, came in aluminium, and then came in the non-stick. Some people don't even throw the non-stick when it's been exposed, because that is seriously dangerous in your pan.
The moment you can see aluminium,
you need to throw it away. These are the things that are causing Alzheimer's, dementia, and also causing cancers of various kinds. So coming back in collagen and ultimate body performance, collagen is so important for the whole body structure, from bone to tissue to hair to nail, the keratin for hair, nails, skin. And then people are looking for, oh, I've got dandruff in my hair, let me go and get an anti-dandruff shampoo. Why? For sit and think that how did you even get the scalp skin so scaly that it's now chipping and fragmenting, causing a dandruff kind of scaly skin drop. And you say, oh, I can't wear black because, oh, in the meeting I have to dust this off and I've got dandruff coming down. You don't have enough good fats in your diet.
The thing is, right, the moment that you have a higher protein, higher good fat, low carbohydrate, low sugar diet, so many things get sorted out in your body, because your body is interchanged. You've got 12 major body systems, and they're all working with each other. So if you follow some simple dietary guidelines, 2 to 3 liters of quality water, fast 12, 14 hours overnight, have protein with every meal, but 2 or 3 times a day.
But let's phrase this up quickly as time runs out. You know, a human body, as with friendship or relatives, we don't tend to forgive people. And we get angry for somebody who's done something wrong. This body keeps forgiving you, and it keeps giving you a chance to repair again and again and again.
Absolutely.
You can abuse it with alcohol, you can abuse it with foods and bad diet and fast foods, or starvation of long period no eating. You're also generating acid in your stomach. So this body is so unforgiving, while the human nature in 21st century has become very unforgiving. You know, people want to forgive their friends or their families and create animosity universally, which also creates acid, which also will make you age with stress, because creating, and this is where our Naam Simran comes in, and in Sikhis, forgive your wrongdoers, give them blessings from distant or far, and don't generate a negative energy. But this body is so forgiving, time and time again. You punish it. You go through maybe university when you've had bad foods because the mother has not taught cooking. So get back to the cook shows. Boys and girls, get onto the cook shows. Look at a Carl cooking show on YouTube. A whole range of the new shows already being loaded time and time again. Need to thank the staff, and they have got catch up. A Carl channel globally has gone so far ahead. 4 years ago when I came, there was one camera, and it's so magical how it's grown and it's keeping up with this IT and huge amount of information and machines that you need to relay the shows. Is amazing journey. I'll never forget when I came to propose one cook show, there was one camera, and we are trying to run the cook shows now, hopefully with 3 cameras, and we've got 3 right now staring at us.
But listen, folks, it's never too late to make a shift.
Never too late, exactly.
Start today, and the next day is the rest of your life. Also,
you will reap the rewards.
If you're young at the moment, just be aware that every day is a choice to move nearer to great health or nearer to disease, and every day stacks. And some of these things like gluten intolerance, that can take 30 years plus to manifest.
Exactly.
So the
symptoms will be there.
What you're doing now makes a huge difference to you down the line, more than you know. And the same, we see when you look at cancer rates, they go along to about age 40, quite level, and then they just shoot up.
Yeah.
And it's about the accumulation of what you do. Not one day can be bad, but it's what you do 80 to 90% of the time consistently. If you get that right, you're
never give
onto a great way forward.
Be persistent with your health, be persistent with the diet. We are not just here barking mad, but I hope we do definitely get thirsty, and we are very quenched and sometimes a little bit feeling like, oh, we could rush out and get some nice meal, home cooked food. The ones we are talking about makes us hungry as well. And the nuts and seeds in the car, you and I both keep them. And obviously all the nut balls that are out there, and stay in touch with the number at the bottom of the scroll. Call on that number for any trial treatment advice, and our show is advice only. We do not promote any foods or any brands, but we give you advice. Your duty to take it on board, chew on it, think the next morning what you're doing, but let's protect and keep our ultimate balance and ultimate body performance with beauty and elegance, because that radiance will be looked at people and saying, oh, you look good, oh, your skin is good, oh, your complexion is good. And with the Trilite, I thought it was trying to step something in, something different, a non-invasive therapy. So reach out for practitioners who are registered, and sound advice will be given. But any treatment I do, Felix, is always advised with food, because I cannot send somebody with pots and potions and creams without telling them the nutrition where they are going wrong. I'll say first, and I'll write the notes, and when they'll come back 3 weeks later and you say to them, oh, you did say something about this food. Oh, yeah, I don't have those symptoms anymore. I said, you also wrote about that you were bloated when you had this food. Oh yeah, I don't have that anymore. The body, we seem to tend to forget the bad things that were caused in the body, and still women sometimes don't give away or let go of the past. It's letting go of the negativity.
Forgiveness and letting go is one of the big freeing
and this is where yoga people are simmering down. Children who are going through yoga are much calmer children. They perform better. Parents who are doing a bit of meditation, either Naam Simran, Vaheguru Mantra, but obviously try to understand that God is one. We all have that message going to that one God, whether it's Sikh, Sai, Christian, Buddhist, but it always comes through, if you have good thoughts, you can think more crystal clear, and you make a crystal clear choice on food and nutrition as well.
Daily meditation is a gift.
Exactly. It slows down our stress levels. It slows down the adrenaline rush. And with the adrenaline rush, we would make a bad choice of food, isn't it? And that bad of choice of food, because we are angry and we have eaten it and you're annoyed with somebody, it has not even helped you. Too much adrenaline causes you stress on every level, on every extreme in the body, where the organs fail to communicate with each other. You may have fought with somebody, but there's a war, Iraq-Iran war, inside your body as well. You know, a Cold War, may I say.
And it's also, I think, a great piece of advice, is to never make a decision when you're in an emotional state.
Exactly. You know? That decision will be wrong. Here we are at this evening telling you, sleep sound, sleep good, but think well, make a good choice. What you do for today will give you reaps of rewards in 20, 30 years to come. Do never compare one to the other, to one saying, well, if my mate can have a burger, he doesn't burp and blanch, why am I burping and blanching? You know, a lot of people do that, and they think that they are in a wrong companion of friends. They can match them at that level of smoking, of drinking, of burgers and doner kebabs. Because they are doing it, they can also do that on the same level. No one DNA, no one body is the same. You are the master and the caretaker of your body. Listen, and listen to it soundly and wisely. You will reap the rewards. Finally, again, collagen boosting with the Trilite red therapy, blue therapy. I'll probably be getting Felix to come down for that therapy, and I'm sure he will actually have the benefits of it, and you'll reap the rewards. So let me take you to another cook show, health show, and cook show as well. And I'll be thanking you for a wonderful, magical journey of this health. Let's say goodbye and Sat Sri Akal, and we will take them to another topic next week. Sat Sri Akal.